Shalom. All praise to the Most High Yahweh and His Son the Messiah. I just wanted to follow up on the situation with the 6-year-old African-American boy named Coby Daniel, being shot by an Asian man named Ryan Nguyen in Michigan last week, and it is not going to be a positive report on the subject. What I said in my previous video on this subject is that this shooting of this child by an Asian man will basically get very little or no news coverage from mainstream media or social media, and it shows us where we are at as a normal civilization, a very evil generation of people, especially with you blacks, Hispanics and Native Indians. Society has been purposely dumbed down by Esau, but mainly towards blacks, Hispanics and Native Indians, and it definitely shows with this story. Social media platforms, including your mainstream black social media outlets, they spoke on this subject with Coby, then they went on to the next subject the next day, when this story should be spoke about every day and very loud until mainstream news stations start speaking on it, but it has been unfortunately the opposite that has taken place. All your black social media wannabes on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and YouTube should have made this story nationwide by now, especially when Joe Biden is up here signing bills into law protecting Asians from African Americans. No disrespect to Kwame Brown, but everybody is making videos about him daily but not making videos about this mockery being done to black people with this little boy being shot by an Asian man. Again, it shows me majority of you black people are not worth saving to reside on this earth when the Messiah returns and straighten out all this foolishness you Negroes are doing right now and we are at peace and in power as Israelites. Majority of you don't deserve to witness when that happens. That's why 2/3 of you have to be eliminated along with Babylon. It is very, very embarrassing as a so-called black man here in America to see your daily activities helping the continuation of your demise and being looked at as filth and trash, but it is commanded of me from the Most High Yahweh to not give up on you lost Negroes so damn easy. Back to little Coby. Did you know at the time of me constructing this video little Coby's GoFundMe account only had 55 contributors, with a sum of $2,400 showing the total from those 55 contributors? Wow. I think after only 2 to 3 days Ms. Tessica Brown aka Gorilla Glue Girl had over $10,000 donated to her GoFundMe account. Do you see the stupidity and fuckery with those comparisons? We as black people are docile and mentally unstable here in America because that is wicked and evil, don't you think? Matter of fact, let's see where a lot of black people's money is going, starting with your latest culprit who has re-emerged as being a scammer, Mr. BOYCE Watkins. I will use him and a couple more scammers as an example. Why do you so-called black people give him donations when his Black Power finance movement was found out a few years ago to be financed by a Asian and that his philosophies comes from a Asian man, Charles Wu, who said BOYCE Watkins is a student of his, and that they needed to start a black finance religion, which you see Dr. BOYCE Watkins teaching so-called black people today. Why do you still choose to keep supporting him? It makes no sense, so that is why I can make the claim niggas are finished and very weak-minded in America, and there is very little hope things will get better. Dr. BOYCE Watkins should be down thousands of subscribers on all of his social media platforms, but people are too brainwashed to get the hell away from that scammer, including many other black social media personalities, like this silly Negro here, Tommy Sotomayor. Can you people who are subscribed to his platforms and follow him tell me why you give him your money every week? Is it because he is something exciting to watch? Is he funny or like a character? I'm just asking, because the Most High has exposed his evil ways over and over and he is still popular among you social media viewers, but why? Kevin Samuels came on the scene and took black social media by storm like he was a new act out of Motown Records singing hits after hits for Berry Gordy. How the hell did this happen? Are you Negroes that bored or docile that you can allow this thing to happen? This Negro pose for pictures like a effeminate homosexual. You people did not know when a man take a lot of selfies, that he should be really looked at thoroughly? How the hell this man is still in existence after the Most High Yahweh made him accidentally switch his camera over to his bedroom where a man is lying down asleep in his bed, exposing him and letting the people know his true intentions? And you people still follow him, especially you black women. What the hell is wrong with you Negroes? This is very embarrassing. You latch on to any and everything that is popular. If someone throw a ball you go fetch the ball like a obeying dog. The powers that be who write out those coon checks for their employees like a Kevin Samuels, they put a Kevin Samuels, who most likely is a sodomite, they put this man on social media to tell black women some bullcrap and to distract you black women from the real problems in the black communities across America. Which is, we hate each other on a massive level and need to stop being a sinful nation. We are some damn stiff-necked people with no morals. And this sneaky Negro telling black women they're too out of shape to get a successful man, including collecting donations left and right like there is no tomorrow, is total chaos including dysfunctional, and shows how illiterate majority of the black people really are in this wicked country. This is some bullshit. An allegedly black undercover sodomite man telling black women on social media about relationships is the most disrespectful set of circumstances I have ever witnessed in my 50+ years on this earth. You black women cease to amaze me. What about this Negro here, Mr. Hassan Campbell? You lost Negroes turned this man into a filthy talking loud-mouth celebrity in just 5 years. By you lost Negroes following him and giving him donations to pay his bills, and the purchase of jewelry and designer clothing, you made him rich, and what does he do to help you and your family? Nothing, not one damn thing positive to improve your situation, but you give these people your hard-earned money. It does not make sense. He fooled you people in believing he was a victim of a terrible crime as a child. But the story has been exaggerated and partially fabricated even by his own words and confessions these past couple of years, and you people still follow him. Again, the reason I am pointing out these fake black social media people is because these sellouts are here to destroy you and your children. Throughout history there have been black sellouts. These Caucasians write checks to with the intent to keep blacks on the bottom and stupid. Scary thing is that these sellouts look like you and me, but they are not like you and me. They are crisis actors who have been bought out to do a specific job, for a specific people, to destroy a specific people, which are the so-called black people here in America. Their experiment and agenda is working from what I'm looking at. By you Negroes following and funding these people in whom were specially picked to destroy black people, you are choosing death rather than choosing life by doing so. You are the 2/3 that the Lord don't want and will be taken out alongside your slave masters and your black sellouts who you follow and fund. Please unsubscribe to retain your sanity. It just do not make any sense. The situation that happened to Tessica Brown was more worthy of attention than a little black boy being shot by an Asian man, especially after the government and news media has deemed black people menace to Asian Americans. You cannot make this shit up. I challenge anyone viewing this video to type in the search engine on YouTube, Twitter or Facebook and see how many black people are still talking about the Coby Daniel shooting in Michigan. Very few people, if any at all, which again is very sickening to witness as a black person in America. You blacks, Hispanics and Native Indians are so programmed and controlled by your slave masters they do not have to lift a finger to do the labor of destroying your people who they tremendously hate. They can easily get a sellout black, Hispanic or Native Indian man or woman to do the job. Oldest trick in the book that sadly still works today. You are too goddamn gullible and naive and think like little children. You beg for guidance and acceptance. That's why they give you entertainers, sports figures and social media characters to worship. Instead of you being independent, you rather choose to have that weak beta form of thinking which will destroy you sooner or later. This observation of the shooting of Coby Daniels by an Asian man shows me that mainstream media or people's favorite social media characters are the only folks to get them to show interest in a situation, not the matter itself, which is a form of mind control, aka MK Ultra. You Negroes see butterflies when you wake up in the morning? Yeah, you do. That's hilarious. Us Israelites have been trying to give you a mental way out of this shithole society for years, but you still decide to think you are African from Africa and should study pyramids, drink urine and wear a ankh around your neck, or you dreadful Christians. You are even worse than these Kemet cats out here. It's pitiful to observe from outside looking in. You look like goddamn hamsters going in a circle, running and running, getting nowhere. Stop being a follower and be an independent thinker, and keep your credit cards inside your wallets and purses. Start dealing with people who actually has a conscience and have morals and do not want to sell you advice or information. Information is free, if you search well enough. And stop running to the next hottest thing that pop up on social media platforms. You are drama seekers and got it real bad. Staying on the subject of Asians, I could use some help understanding this confusion I am experiencing. But why are there Asian Crip gangs in existence among you gang members and use the word nigga on a daily basis, and there is no outcry from the black gangs in America?
Recently, China Mac, been getting into it with this popular blogger named Charleston White. And, he been saying a lot of racist things, towards the Asian community and just, things that are, wouldn't rub so well.
How the fuck they get a pass, nigga, and somebody do something to them bitches, and within 1 year of a president, these bitches got all kind of laws enacted. 1-800, nigga, baddest niggas been done in this country, homie. And they ain't never spoke one time for us. They Chinese rappers can come over here and go nigga, 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 and then when they get mad at us, they can also say fuck you, nigga. We can't say fuck you, gook. We don't even know how to speak they language to disrespect them. So they come take on our culture. China Mac, Johnny Dang, they get to be niggas, huh? And when a nigga say, nah, fuck you, Chinese boy, go rap in your language. Until y'all give something back y'all been taking, nigga. Y'all don't even hire us.
You know, how y'all feel about that?
Seen that shit. That's some bullshit. But fuck that motherfucker Charleston, whatever the fuck his name is, dog, man. He can't be like stereotyping all of us. Motherfucker, you know what I mean? Come out here and fuck with us, period. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, fuck that nigga. I'm all the way with China Mac, man. You know what I mean? Shout out to bro, you know what I mean? Putting up for what he believe in, you know what I mean? It ain't even about the color, race, fuck all that, you know what I mean? He putting up for what he believe in and what he grew up off of, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like that nigga Charleston White, right? I don't even know, bro, man. This nigga got a white shirt on with black print saying white boy. You know what I mean? I'm like, man, what the fuck is going on? You know what I mean? He real Trump supporter, you know what I mean? Like, this nigga, oh, man.
This is another reason these other heathen nations do not respect us. They see we sell out anything and everything to anyone without a train of thought. There is no way there should be Asians out there calling themselves Crips or Bloods, using the N-word. This is despicable and makes sense to me why we own nothing to ourselves. We give it up freely with nothing in return. There is another thing these slave masters have taken from you without you even giving it one damn thought. They took away your beloved Juneteenth, which represents the day June 19, 1865. When Union Major General Gordon Granger arrived in Galveston, Texas to take command of the federal troops who recently landed in the Department of Texas, to enforce the emancipation of its slaves and oversee a peaceful transition of power and officially free the slaves. Very important day to black people, right? Well, the Senate made it an official national holiday a couple of days ago and Joe Biden will sign it into law, and there are going to be a whole lot of so-called black people jumping for joy when he signs it. Well, let me bust your bubble, black people. What month do the alphabet community celebrate their national awareness of who they are? The whole month of June, including the 19th of June, which is considered Juneteenth and a holy day to black people. You will be enjoying this brand new holiday the same month the alphabet community are doing some abominable things, the same month you are celebrating your national holiday. And of course, as usual, black people are not offended and appalled that these hateful people would do that. Mocking black people by joining freeing slaves the same month the alphabet community celebrate their quote-unquote holiday the whole month of June. And again, you black people do not see the connections, but the Most High Yahweh is making me see it very clear the mockery Esau is presenting. 2 Corinthians chapter 2 verse 11 is always in my subconscious. So until Babylon is destroyed, Juneteenth will always be associated with the alphabet community having parades, commercials and advertising all during the same month hand in hand. Congratulations to you lost and docile black people. This is a goddamn shame. Now this is the most disrespectful thing these Caucasians have done to you black people this year so far. Your slave masters have turned the most masculine image ever to grace the mic in hip-hop, Mr. Tupac Shakur. They made him a part of the alphabet community this year for Pride Month with no resistance from the black community. Now I have seen everything. I am just showing you that your black social media, your black entertainers, your black sports heroes are part of the Go Along Get Along crew Kwame Brown speaks of frequently on his podcasts, because this should be a daily discussion about hatred for black people, specifically black men. Making Tupac Shakur part of the alphabet community with no outcry from the black folks is why I am speaking about Coby Daniel getting no respect from the black community. Black people just don't care about anything today but drugs, sex and likes. I have not seen not one viable protest for Coby anywhere in the black communities across America, like I am not seeing any outcry for this Tupac Shakur clothing line for Pride Month. Again, if the person you follow on social media or mainstream media do not tell you black people to turn up, you do just that, you shut the hell up. But if your favorite social media personality or mainstream media tell you to get mad about something, then you're making noise and marching up and down the streets looking like fools getting nothing done. You are sheeple. You follow your idols and do what they say, but you argue that you are strong-minded and nobody can control you. That's a lie. So let me end this educational video with a scripture that describes you black people here in Babylon, aka America. Ezekiel chapter 2 verses 3-5. And he said unto me, Son of man, I send thee to the children of Israel, to a rebellious nation that hath rebelled against me. They and their fathers have transgressed against me, even unto this very day. For they are impudent children and stiff-hearted. I do send thee unto them. And thou shalt say unto them, Thus saith the Lord God. And they, whether they will hear, or whether they will forbear, for they are a rebellious house, yet shall know that there hath been a prophet among them. So us Israelites have tried to warn you to separate from this world in order to think properly and get your priorities straight, but you choose to bathe in filth and sin here in America. Before I go, let us look where Coby's GoFundMe account is looking like after a week of being in existence. Well, there goes your proof. Black people's priorities are all jacked up. 240 donors with just over $7,000 donated. But after a week with the Gorilla Glue girl, she received over $20,000. Wow. A lot of you black people are getting very pathetic and more stupid. But be proud of your lack of knowledge. Your donations and priorities helped Tessica Brown very well. To the point she can start a business selling hair products to you lost Negroes and scam you blacks out of more money, go figure. Well, I think I made my point in this video, but do you understand where I am coming from as the $64,000 question? Shalom.